Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back along to another episode of Man's Diary. My name is Will, and you join me here in GWENDDWR as we are pushing on with wrapping the bales on my dad's grassland. So there's the three of us out here today. You've got myself, I am on the wrapper. We've got Howie, who is over there in the rake. He's cracking on nicely with the John Deere 6410, and then my dad is in his treasured 7840, and he's just there actually, making some fine progress over there, and I am playing catch up with the wrapper here. So we're getting along. We're doing all right. We've got one field done over there. We've just got the two fields mowed down today so far. And what we're going to do, we'll get these both collected in, and then we will. Oh, that bale's going to roll. That one's going to roll. See if we can stop it with the wheel there. Missed it. Oh well. We'll pick it out of the hedge. And somehow he has left the bale in the hedge. We'll have to pull that one out later as well. Terrific! But yeah, we're doing quite well so far. Like I say there, we've got the first field done. We'll get this one done as well. There's one more we can do, which is actually on the other side of the hill over there, but that's not been mowed down. I'm half in the mindset to leave that for hay, to be honest. And I think we will just do that, and we can. We've got plenty of second cut silage to run at as well. This is just something we like to get out of the way nice and early, because we will be wanting to put this into hay as well. So if we get this, the idea being if we get this all baled up out the way now, we can get a good second crop of it. Dad will keep some of that hay. He doesn't need a lot of it, but he likes to keep some just to either. He's toying with the idea of getting some more sheep, or if not that, then he'll always sells a little bit for himself. This one's in a bit of a pain of a location, but we'll get there. There we go. So I am on the old McHale wrapper here. It does its job. It doesn't need to do anything too flash, but it gets our wrapping needs done pretty easily. We probably wrap in the region, well, it depends on how much grass we can get really, but we do wrap a fair number of bales each year. Easily another kind of 200 on top of the pit silage we have, so and it all, like I say, it all depends. Some days if we have extra available, we might do a little bit extra so we can sell some on the side. But it all really does depend. Now I'm going to swing this one so it's going to land in there, all being well. Perfect. That one's not going to have a tendency to want to run away on me. And yes, the idea is we'll get these two done, and then I will likely jump into the JCB telehandler and bring a trailer up here and get these loaded up as well. These ones, like I say, are going to go down to our yard. We'll stack them around the back of the silage pit there, and then they'll be out of the way, nice and safe. Bale is not picking up everything it should be, which is a little bit weird, but it's flying along there. So yeah, we're making some nice progress, as I say here. We've got the three of us working. We'll get through this. This field's not too big. It's only about 14 acres, I think, all in. So it's really not a lot of silage to run at. But we'll get this all done, and then we will, yeah, will be another good job ticked off the list, really, for today. Really make some progress. It's got a bit of a mixed yield to it, if we're honest. There's a lot of patchy grass on the top of the hill there. It's almost like it's been a bit scorched by the sun, to be honest. So I'm not sure what we could have done about that. It's been a bit too dry at the wrong time, really. But we'll crack on, we'll bale at what we can, and we'll have a look at it and see, take account and see how much more we need to do after that, really. But what I want to do is try and just hide all of these bales around the hedgerow, so when Howie comes to turn in the rake, they're not going to be square in his way. They'll be given opportunity, which can tend to happen quite a bit. There we go. So typically we like to get these stacked up pretty quickly after we've baled them. The longer you leave silage bales on the floor without handling them, the bacteria starts to ferment inside, which can build up a lot of gases. So you really want to move them earlier rather than later, because of the more gas pressure inside each bale, the more likelihood there is that it can disturb or even find a cause a leak, puncture the plastic somewhere. You certainly start to get a little bit tired of hearing that rapping sound. There's only so much you can hear of that. Okay, down we go. And we'll get this one on the way. Howie, I would imagine, is about to start going up and down on his length soon, so we'll just clear the ends of the field over here. Perfect. So I hope you're all doing very well today. I hope you've had a great week so far and the weather's been kind to you wherever you are and whatever you may be doing. We've had some fantastic weather here, as you have seen. Really allowed us to crack on and get going, which has been just really, really pleasing, to be honest. And up it goes. So we will get ourselves further up the hill there. There's a few bales I want to kind of get cleared out of the way before it's too late, because it does look like Howie's making a beeline for them. So we will get these cleared up anyway. We'll come back to you in a little bit once we've made a bit more progress, and we'll see how we're getting on. Making some fine progress now. The boys really haven't got too much longer to go up there. I have got a few bales behind. There's about probably 10 on the floor now that need wrapping up. But it always takes a little bit longer for me. This wrap is also not the quickest, so we just got to let it go really, and I'll get it done in the end. The main thing is, as long as I get them into bales, then I can always catch up at some point. But yeah, otherwise it's all coming along very nicely indeed, and hopefully I mean, the weather's looking good for the next few days as well, so we may also think about getting that field on the other side of the hedge mode as well, and then start thinking about getting that thrown around a little bit, really let the air get underneath it, and we'll leave that down for a week and turn it into hay if the weather's going to be kind enough to us. But that's certainly what we're thinking about at the moment. But what we will likely do, I think we'll leave, I'll just keep cracking on with the wrapping here, and then we'll come back probably tomorrow, I think, at this rate, once these are all wrapped up there, and we will come and gather these up and stick them onto the, well, cart them back home, really. So we will keep trundling through here. Like I say, there's probably about an hour's work left, all in all. Maybe an hour for me at least, certainly, maybe not so much for for Howie and Dad. But yeah, they'll get done, and we'll catch up as soon as we can to follow them. So we will catch up with you tomorrow when we'll come and clear this field. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back. As you can see, we went for it. We took a load of bales out of the field there, and we're in the village now, really, which is the hardest part of the whole the whole trip. So tight to get around some of those corners there, but we've done it. And we're just going to take our time to cruise back down to the yard nice and slowly, and then we'll get these ones unloaded, I think, this evening. And then that will be pretty much us done and dusted. So it's we've probably got, this is pretty much all of the first field, actually, all these bales, so there's not a great deal in that first field. We've probably got this many in probably 1.5 loads left in the other field, so we'll have to get those in as quickly as we can tomorrow, I would think. But nonetheless, they're coming in now, which is always fantastic. Nice to get on top of it. And we'll get these stacked in the corner of the yard out the way, nice and tightly, where they'll cause us no trouble, and then yeah, we'll be good to go. Typically I stack my bales on their end so we don't lose the shape as much, so the opposite way to how they're stacked there now, pretty much. But yeah, we'll have to get onto that once we get back to the yard, and we've got plenty of space to stack them in, so we'll get it going. As you can see, the weather's turning a bit worse for wear. There's a big rain cloud coming in, but so we won't mow it down any grass just yet. If that's going to continue to roll through, we'll just leave that out, and we should be looking good. But like I say, for now, we just need to get these unloaded, and then that'll probably be us for the evening. The rest of the Dad's gone back home, Howie's done for the day as well. There's really not a lot else to do other than get these in. Yeah, I might as well just work on these on my own. You may recall we have a little stack left over in the field there. We're going to be using those slowly over the next few days, so we won't bother moving those. They were just stacked there, really, because it was, last year it was too wet to get the trailers into the field, so we stacked those by hand with the loader. And just opted not to bring tractors and trailers in and try and get them out too much, so that's why they were left in the field there. But yeah, we will get these done. Other than that, everything is pretty quiet around here in the yard at the moment. Pretty quiet indeed. We'll just take a nice wide swing. Swing it back around this way, and I think we'll just drive nose first, and then we've still got plenty of room, like I mentioned, so shouldn't be an issue. It's getting dark in this corner. Once we get this grass all in, though, we do need to spend a little bit of time working on some of our crops. We're going to need to start desiccating some of our crops pretty quickly, actually, so some of them need, spring wheat needs a tier 3 application, which would really kick it on, and then after that we'll be on to desiccation, so lots to do on that front. Let's get this disconnected like so. Excellent. And let's see if we can get these bales unhooked. First ones off are always a little tricky until you kind of figure out how they've been stacked here and get the easiest way to kind of pick them up, but once you get the first couple of done, it's not a problem, I find. There we go. So yeah, we've got this nice, oh, I need to put my 4-wheel steer back in. That's a little bit more nimble. I always put the 2-wheel steer into the trailer there just because it means that it's a little bit more controllable, actually, I find. Get myself squared up a bit more there. That's better. So typically, like I say there, we aim to get anywhere between kind of 200 and 300 round bales just to help supplement our pit silage, and then also the hay we bring in as well. We can usually get them all stacked up in this area here. Okay, now we'll just give that a bit of a nudge in as well. Excellent. So yeah, plenty of space for us here, plenty of bales to work at the moment as well, but all we can really do is just keep rumbling on and see how well we can get these stacked up, really. Make sure that it's a nice tidy stack, which is always part of the fun. Just a little bit careful when we put that down. Excellent stuff. So we will continue. We've got a lot to get at. As you can see, it's going to take us a little bit of time to get this trailer unloaded, but we'll keep working away with it. Now, I've barely got to hold that one. Let's make sure I don't drop and damage that. And we will keep on working through the rest of the afternoon to get this done, and then we will clear the rest of the field tomorrow, I think. So thank you ever so much for watching. We will leave it here. I hope you have enjoyed it. As you can see, we've been a bit busy, but hey, you'd rather be busy than scratching your head, I suppose. So we will continue with this anyway, and we'll get it all done and everything tucked up out of the way nicely. So until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. We will be back with, probably some more, probably some arable work, I would think, soon, given what we've got to do. But yeah, we'll come along for the ride then, and we'll see how we get on. But until then, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you've yet to follow Simulation for the Nation, do hit that subscribe button and join along on his channel. And we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, as always, happy farming.